1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
Condition Supply, the only show in the country which puts you, the consumer, ahead of everything else. Today we are putting the spotlight back on toxic paints that seem to be flooding the Indian market. Latest study done by Center for Science and Environment to test the level of lead content in home paints. 72% of the samples were found to have lead much higher than BIS standard. The study covered 5 of the 6 major companies in the organized sector, which controls 75% of household paints market. Lead was found in 23 of the 25 samples tested. Now, all you need to do is to pick up your phone, call us right now. The lines are open now. We will answer all your queries here on the show. The number is 022-4098-7300. We have an SMS which is 59995. You can email us at oncall@utbi.com. Here on the show, joining me today is Arnob Datta. He is also the co-author of this CSE survey, as well as usual, Professor Sriram Khanna from National Consumer Helpline. Two eminent consumer, activists as well as consumer experts on this field. And you need to call us right now because paints are what we live within the four walls. We live in houses which are painted. And if the survey points out that there is high amounts of lead content in the paints, then it's a matter of worry. Let me turn the attention towards you, Arnob. Anything specific that you would like to point out from the survey first?
What we found was, like you rightly said, about 72% of the companies, the paint companies, the samples that we had tested of the paint companies had very high quantity of lead. And these quantities were about 500 to 600 times above what the government of India recommends.
Arnob, let me just interrupt you here. It seems one of our callers, Mr. Amit Sharma, is waiting online from Shimla. Mr. Sharma, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, right, sir. Yeah, I'm calling from Shimla, and I'm a Asian Paints and Nerolac paint dealer in Shimla. So my question is, I heard that Nerolac paint is a lead-free. So I would like to know how much truth is there in that, and which one is better if we compare between Asian Paint and Nerolac paints. Which one is better if we compare between...
A very relevant question considering the fact that Nerolac has also come out with an ad which suggests that lead content in paints leads to memory loss. Or no, why don't you take that question?
I'm actually glad that Nerolac has done that. We tested their paints. We did 2 samplings, one in 2008 and one in 2009. 2008 we found a lot of lead in their paints, but I think it's good that they have phased out lead now, or they have reduced the quantity of lead that they use in their paint formulations. In the 2009 tests that we did, we found in one sample there was lead which was below the regulatory, the voluntary standard, and in the other sample it was slightly above the voluntary standard.
But his specific question was, which is better? Would you be able to answer that? Would you be able to take
as between Nerolac and the other brand that he mentioned?
Yeah, Asian Paints and Nerolac have both tried to reduce the lead content in their paints. I think Asian Paints has been more successful in this endeavor.
Okay,
so the advice to the gentleman is, you are selling 2 brands whose managements are trying to reduce lead. Tell your customers what they are doing.
Right. Tell your customers what they are doing. It seems Nidhi Kaul from Delhi is also online with us. Nidhi, if you can hear me, please go ahead with your query, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Nidhi from Delhi. I'm moving into a new house. So I want to know that what kind of toxins does these paints have, and which one should opt for and avoid being, because I have some young children in my house. So what will be the best paint to opt for, and which have less of the toxic lead content?
Professor Sriram Khanna.
The advice is very simple. Choose the color that you like. You are seeing ads that you can't imagine colors, you have to see them. Do that. But before you buy, you ask how much lead is there in that particular brand. If the lead quantity in that brand is within the limit, your children are safe. If it is not, then
let me interrupt Professor Khanna here. What is within the limit, A?
Yeah.
And who are the correct people who would be able to answer how much lead content is there in a paint?
Okay, let me take that question over. See, there are no correct people. You can't go and ask a shopkeeper, does the paint that you sell have lead in it? Best is to look at the label. Those companies who have labeled their cans properly, I think you should select those labels. There's no other way.
And they exactly mention the lead content in paints?
They do not mention the lead content. At least the cans of lead paint that we have seen, we have not seen any labeling out there. But what we have heard is that they have started labeling. Kansai Nerolac has, and even ICI has actually. They have a small logo of a tree, I think, which is on the can, and which
see,
basically
it's very
says
clear.
it's
It's very
lead-free.
clear. Some brands are not using lead. ICI Dulux is not using brands. Then you've just the two brands that were just mentioned in the previous discussion, that is Nerolac and
Asian Paints.
Asian Paints. In many of the colors they are not. So ask the dealers. If he doesn't know, there is a customer care number on the dabba. Call them. I want to buy this. Tell me what is the percentage of lead.
And Dr. P.P. Chaliha from Guwahati is also calling us. It seems he is also worried about the lead content in his paint. Dr. Chaliha, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Actually, sir, it was told that this lead actually leads to attention deficit disorder. But whether it is a attention deficit disorder or low IQ, that was my first question. Secondly, whether this problem or the result of the survey has been produced or communicated to the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, which is actually streamlining all these irregularities in the content of environment and other things. These are my two questions.
Arnab, I think you should take them up.
It leads to both AHALD and low IQ. Answers the first question, and the second question I didn't hear properly.
Second question.
I'll take it up. You know, there is a study in Mangalore which has been referred to in this study. It's a published study in an academic journal, and any published study, and that the important part of that study is that they found in one child the lead count in the blood abnormally high, and they discovered that it was that he was on a jhula, on a slide, on a swing, so to say, and that was painted with heavy lead infested paint, and that is why. And he stopped using that for some time, and the lead level came down. So this is a published paper.
I think Dr. Chaliha wants to know whether you have put down or whether you have forwarded the findings of this survey to Indian Society for Medical Professionals so that they can frame guidelines, the guidelines, and put it out for the benefit of normal consumers.
Yeah, we have written to, I do not know about this particular organization, but we have written to a lot of doctors, we have written to a lot of regulators, actually to BIS and to the government as well regarding this.
Okay, looks like Dr. Manmohan Agarwal is calling us from New Delhi. Dr. Agarwal, and it's surprising, there are doctors who are actually calling us and are worried about the lead content. Mr. Agarwal, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
My query is, I got my house painted recently, 2 months back. Now, as you have already told us that out of 25, 23 were having lead content much higher than the recommended lead content. But we have already got it painted, and how does it affect our health, and how can we prevent it? Can you tell us?
Prevention. Let's first come to the question of prevention. Can it be prevented once the house has been painted? Is repainting the house the only option? I'm sure that is the question that Dr. Agarwal is wanting to know.
I don't think that's the option, because you shouldn't have painted the house with lead-based paints in the first place. Of course, you didn't know about it. That's a different issue. Taking out all the paint from your walls will not help, because that will only lead to more circulation of lead dust in the atmosphere, in the environment. You may probably be able to give another coat of paint to your house with a lead-free paint. That may help a little, but not much. Right.
I have another piece of advice. If you have the time, engage someone to sue the company. of why it was selling
No,
lead.
I think Professor Dr. Agarwal had the question that how does it impact his and his family's health, A, and B, is there a way of finding out whether the paint on his wall has lead content? If so, then what are the remedies possible? So the remedies possible, I think Arnob has answered. Why don't you take up the first two questions?
If there is lead in it, you have to scrape it off and get rid of it without having the dust to circulate and other people carefully. You have to change the lead, which means you have to repaint the house. My question is, who should pay for the cost of repainting? The company which sold lead-infected paint to consumers who didn't know what would be the effect? This is something that has to be tested. So somebody has to, you can go to a consumer court and say, this is the cost of doing the painting, send a company a notice, refund the money to me, I want to repaint it or repaint it at your cost. Look, if there is lead in the paint and the companies are doing well for future, but those consumers who have already suffered because of it, the law is very clear. You have put a dangerous substance in paint and sold to the public without warning that it is above the national standards. And then you made money of it, you made profit from it. Somebody doesn't have to wait for his child to become sick. There is evidence, scientific evidence. Ask the CSE for a copy of the test report of the brand that you have used. Scrape off some of the paint, get it tested in a laboratory and get a certificate and file for damages and compensation. Why not?
That's a valid enough point, sir. We head into a break now, but a quick reminder, if you have any query related to toxic paints in your houses or in your office or workplace, all you need to do is pick up the phone, call us right now. The lines are open now. The number is 02240987300. We also have an SMS number which is 59995. You can email us at oncall@utvi.com. We will answer them right here on the show. Welcome back. If you're feeling helpless as a consumer, don't know what to do call us with all your queries related to toxic paints. Our lines are open now. Rathin Sarkar is calling us from New Delhi. Rathin, if you can hear me, please go ahead with your query, sir.
I can hear you. My question to you is, which paint contains the toxic element lead in maximum amount? Should I repeat the question?
Let's turn back to... No, Rathin, we have got the question, sir. Let's turn to Arnob. Arnob, tell us, what does your study say?
According to a latest study, I think you should avoid Shalimar and Berger paints because they had about 300 to 500 times higher than what's prescribed by the BIS.
300 to 500 times.
Okay, thank you.
That's
Right.
a lot, huh?
And I think Ali is also online from Hyderabad. Ali, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that as yellow color contains the maximum amount of lead in it. So I just want to know that which are the alternate ways which we can prevent the effect of lead on our children in the home? Alternate like the products which don't cost us a lot, like something.
You know, is there a low-cost method of avoiding using paints is what basically he is asking. Is there a way?
Yeah, see, India, we have a lot of, we use a lot of distemper. So distemper is one, but does not give you the gloss and the finish that, one of the high-end paint, these things would give you. So that is one, but there are paints which do not contain lead, like our study again showed. The yellows of both Kansai, Nerolac and Asian paints are quite safe in this regard. They had lead, very little lead, less than the BIS standards.
So there are brands available in the market, probably at the same price line, which you can substitute. Now you have to find out which ones are available, whether you like them or not.
And let me add, these are not more expensive than the other counterparts.
But is there an alternative to using yellow or can we substitute it with some other
there are
additives or something?
There are organic pigments, what we call them. There's a pigment called titanium white, which is also used in food products and in toothpaste. So these products are there, and a lot of these companies, the ones who are substituting, are using these products.
Okay, let's take our next caller. Raj is online from New Delhi. Raj, if you can hear me, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, I just like to know, is there a standard available for measuring the lead content in paint?
Professor Sriram Khanna.
No, I think he would have to tell us. Is there a standardized methodology for measuring lead content?
In paints.
Yeah.
And what have you used, for example?
We've used, we have a accredited lab, so we have spectrographs and all that, so we've used that, for measuring lead content in paints. But it's not very easy for a consumer to go and approach somebody to test lead in
How much
paints.
will it cost?
Let me just interrupt here. You know, we were discussing this, that there is a permissible lead limit in paints. So if we can again tell our consumers and our viewers what is that permissible limit, at least there should be a benchmark.
If I was to talk in scientific terms, it would be about 1000 ppm.
Parts per million.
Parts per million. That's the Indian voluntary standard, the BIS standard. In the US, it's about 600 ppm, which is even less.
So if today I go to a, let's say, a shop and I say that, you know, give me a lead-free paint or give me a paint which is within a permissible limit, would I have to quote this figure, or would the shopkeeper or the dealer know these figures?
The dealers or the shopkeepers would know the figures. Everything will matter on how the paint companies have labeled their products. If they say that no, if they say that it's lead-free, it would mean that it would have the paints would have lead less than 1000 ppm.
Okay, let's take our next caller. Balwant Chauhan is online with us from Aligarh in Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Chauhan, if you can hear us, and he's again a doctor, that's very surprising that we have 3 doctors calling on this show. Clearly, this is a matter which deserves that attention. Mr. Chauhan, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, my question is, once the wall are painted, hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, once the walls are painted, how this paint gets into my body? I mean, is it by inhalation, by ingestion,
Yes.
by contact, by what? I just want to know how does it get into my body so that it becomes toxic? And number 2, I just want to tell Mr. Arnab Datta that the society for which he was looking for medical professionals is called Indian Medical Association. So in case he wants to communicate with this society, he can pass on that information to Indian Medical Association. Yeah.
Right, that is what we were also suggesting on this show, Dr. Chauhan. We will get your query answered right here.
Thank you, Dr. Chauhan, for the suggestion. Yeah, pain can basically enter your body through different ways. There are ways, see what happens once the paint starts, the paint on your wall becomes old. It starts peeling off, so the flakes. So let's say if you have a child, and you know how children do, they pick up something and they put it into their mouth, and it can enter the body through that. Then there's also lead paint dust. You know, it's a gradual process of the paint wearing off from the walls. So which can enter your body if it's you can breathe the dust, and you can also perhaps, you know, basically you can breathe that dust. That's the main way.
No, but I must add, because the caller is a doctor, there is a paper in a medical journal which documents the case of this child among a sample where the lead was very high, content in the blood. And they found that this boy was playing on a swing, jhula, for a number of hours, so to say, regularly. And then they stopped this boy from playing on that. I don't know the nature of the contraption that he was playing on, but they found that the lead content in the blood came down. This is demonstrated in a medical journal. It's a refereed medical journal.
But I think, Arnab, you would forward the findings to Indian Medical Association
But
and get
let me
them.
correct you. It's not the Indian Medical, it's the Indian Council of Medical Research, which does all the research in all branches of medicine and which feeds the medical community.
Right, sir. We head into a break now, but a quick reminder, if you have any query related to toxic paints, all you need to do is pick up the phone, call us. Right now, the lines are open. The number is 022-4098-7300. We have an SMS number as well, which is 59995. or you can email us at oncall@utvi.com. We will answer them right here on the show. Welcome back. If you're feeling helpless as a consumer and don't know what to do call us with all your queries related to toxic paints. Vivek Khatri is online with us from Mumbai. Mr. Vivek, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yes, sir. I would like to ask is I'm getting my house painted and I was trying to buy Asian paint luster. So is that good enough? Thank you so much.
We'll try and answer that question. Yes, we'll try and answer that question. Did you get that question, or can you please repeat that question, Mr. Khatri?
Yeah, I wanted to purchase the Asian luster paint. So is that good enough as in lead-free?
Asian luster paint, I think it should be, because although we did not test luster, but I think it should be because Asian Paints has told us that they have removed lead from all their decorative paints. So
But do check the label. If they have, and in case of doubt, please, on every box there is a customer care number. Call them and ask them specifically.
Okay, let's try and see if we can get Mr. Rajan Chadda, who is online from Shimla. Mr. Chadda, if you can hear us, please go ahead with your query, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to know one thing. As in, in case of these cigarettes, we have a warning on the pack that, if we use this cigarette, then we'll get this kind of disease or something, it harms us. But so much of the paint is in the markets, that is being, that contains lead, which is harmful. So how can we, keep a check on that? Or it's just an issue which has propped up, like, or we have some measures to correct that?
Well,
see, let me put it like this. I come from a school where the motto was service before self. But the real world after school is different. So the motto of some of the companies is profit before health. So when they choose to put lead in their paint, they're trying to make more money, not caring. So when business behaves irresponsibly, as we have seen among the manufacturers of paints, they have been selling lead paints for years, and suddenly they want to change because the studies have been done, testing has been done, doctors know about it, it's in the medical journals. So they have to wait for all this. Now, it will still take longer for politicians to realize this. And the warnings will be legislated only when that happens. So don't expect any warnings. Be smart, understand what is good for you, and do the right thing today. Don't vote for the Parliament of India to bring a warning before you buy your paint.
Right,
Bring your
sir.
paint tomorrow.
That's all we have time for now. But Stay Hungry would be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. where we will answer all your career-related queries. Keep learning, keep watching UTVI.